this waiting to eat, waiting to shower, waiting to hear about your bail. God, I hope there's not a problem. Haven't heard from Julian all day.
Dr. Russell, you got a visitor.
Julian? Oh, God, I'm so glad you're here. So did Judge Riley agree to set bail for me?
I certainly hope not.
Liz. Look, if you're here to gloat, just go away, or better yet, just go to hell.
Really? That's certainly no way to talk to me, the sister that you tried to murder. Let go, Liz. Stop it. Oh, I will in just a minute. Guard! Guard, help me! Help me!
Hey,
help!
back off, you.
Oh, thank God you got it when you did. If you hadn't, she would have killed me.
You liar!
I told you to back off.
Okay, please, but this is not what it looks like. She put my hands around her neck so that it would look like I was attacking her.
Yeah, right. Are you okay, ma'am?
Oh, yes, thanks to you.
You vicious, lying bitch!
I'll be sure to add this name calling to my report.
Please. Okay, I'm sorry. I won't do it again. It won't happen again.
Oh, Eve, if only I could believe you.
Oh, shut up.
If you keep it up, you are going to go to the hole.
The
The hole?
Solitary confinement.
No! Impulsive. You're worse than I could have ever imagined.
Oh, come on, Eve. You did attack me. And don't be such a sore loser. Just because your husband, your daughter is in your home, all belong to me now, and you are left with nothing.
Well, you're wrong about that because I have Julian and his love.
Yes. Well, look where that's gotten you. Poor Eve. It just breaks my heart to know that you're not going to be around to see me living the life that you used to have.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I plan to do everything I can to see that you are sent away to prison for a long, long time.
But I'm innocent.
You take comfort in that. Me, I'll take comfort in being TC's wife and stepmother to Whitney and Simone.
So Ellie Wheeler is really your mother, Catherine?
Yes, I could hardly believe it myself.
Well, you know that explains your reaction to her at the mansion that day. You thought that she was your mother.
Yes, and when Mrs. Wheeler tried to kill my father twice, we talk about a dead giveaway. She hates him not only for the pain he caused her, but for what he's done to me and what he's done to my sister.
Your sister.
What is it?
Oh, no, we'll talk about it later. I want to hear more about your mother. This must be like a dream come true for
I don't know,
you.
this is nothing less than a miracle.
So, what really happened?
Well, evidently, my father faked my mother's death to hide the fact that she'd left with Martin Fitzgerald's help. You see, Martin saved her from being abused by my father. After that, he was a marked man, so they fled Harmony in fear of their lives. And then after that, Father took his anger out on me and Sheridan and the Lopez Fitzgeralds.
Sheridan. Huh. She must be ecstatic to find out that her mother's not dead.
Well, I haven't had a chance to speak to her about it yet, but according to Mother, the fact that Mother's back in Harmony with Martin has put Sheridan in a terrible position.
And how so?
Well, Mother's afraid that if she has a relationship with Sheridan, it'll drive a wedge between...
Oh, Luis blames your mother for Martin leaving his family all those years ago.
Yes, it seems that Luis hates Mother with a passion, and Mother doesn't want to risk hurting their relationship and coming between them by staying in Harmony, so she and Martin are planning on leaving again, for good.
Oh, Julian, that's awful.
I can't lose my mother again. I just can't. I just got her back.
Just go talk to her and Martin and convince her to stay.
Well, I've already talked to her, but my father's also an issue.
Oh, he's still trying to get her, is he?
Well, that's not surprising, is it?
So what are you gonna do?
I don't know. As great as Mother's fear of Father is, her greater fear is that if she stays in Harmony, that Sheridan will never marry Louise.
Catherine leaving Harmony, that's gonna be devastating for Sheridan.
Yes, but Mother's greater fear is that Sheridan loses Louise because of her.
Does Catherine know about the psychological damage that Sheridan suffered because she thought that her mother was dead?
Why?
Because even though he knew the truth, Alistair told Sheridan that she was responsible for her mother's death. And Sheridan, I mean, she's lived with that guilt her entire life.
Well, yes, but knowing Mother's alive, doesn't that solve that problem?
Well, partly, but it's vital that Catherine and Sheridan sit down and talk about the past, because Sheridan needs to fully understand what she may have witnessed as an impressionable young girl.
Well, I don't know if my mother would risk seeing Sheridan for fear that it would cause problems between her and Louise.
Well, Catherine has to. So it'll be worse for Sheridan if she doesn't. Sheridan needs to know everything that happened when she was a little girl.
The nightmares about the blood on her hands, the body under the sheet.
And she also remembered a coffin in the mansion living room. And a man's voice, probably Alistair's, calling her a wicked, wicked girl. And remember, she also confessed to killing Martin Fitzgerald.
Thank God that wasn't true.
Yes, there's probably a lot more bottled up inside of her that didn't come out during hypnosis. And she needs her mother to help her sort it out and to make sense of it. Otherwise, Sheridan could be tormented for the rest of her life.
Oh, good Lord.
Catherine has to meet with Sheridan, and she has to answer all of her questions. It's vital for Sheridan's future happiness and well-being.
I'll do everything I can to get them together, but convincing Mother that Sheridan's mental state is precarious may be difficult because she seems quite fine.
Looks could be deceiving.
Mother certainly can't argue with that.
Sheridan has been lied to so many times. Alistair hiring an army of psychiatrists to convince her that she imagined that awful night as a child. That's the root of Sheridan's nightmares and sleepwalking.
Thank God she isn't sleepwalking anymore.
Yes, but with the emotional upheaval that she's been through lately, her sleepwalking could start up again. And this time, under these circumstances, I fear for Sheridan if it does.
How so?
Well, in the past, Sheridan managed to get through it without hurting herself. But if it should start up again, I don't think that she would be so lucky. If Sheridan started sleepwalking again, I would fear for her life.